Hello, and welcome to the ninth grade counselor coffee chat. Go ahead and grab yourself a hot cup of coffee or tea and come join me. Today's topics include a counselor message, registration for 10th grade classes, tutoring resources, and using Aries to track grades and graduation status, and upcoming important dates and activities. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to post it on our Padlet wall. So I've created a Padlet wall for us so we can have donuts with our coffee. This is a place where you can post a question. So I can see that someone already posted a question for me that says, what are AP classes? I will respond to this parent within 24 to 48 hours with an answer. So you can access this Padlet wall by scanning this QR code or going straight to the link. And again, I'll respond within 24 to 48 hours. So we will create a community of questions. Okay, the most exciting topic is registration for 10th grade classes. So getting your student ready for 10th grade. So here is a copy of the typical freshman schedule. Sophomore schedule. English 2, World History, Science, Math, World Language, and PE. And you can see all of the options here. So students can choose English 2, College Prep, which is the regular high school level, or honors. And we have ELD for our English language learners. We have regular high school World History or AP World History. For science, we have Chem or Chem Honors. Math, your student will go to their next level of math. World Language, they'll go on to their next level of World Language, and of course PE. And it's nice that the sophomores have more options for PE this year, so they can do marching band, color guard, athletics. If they want to be in athletics, they have to try out. But for the regular PE, they have more choices. They have strength and conditioning, which is like pumping iron. They have racket sports. Well, they will play a different racket sport every day. And then we have aerobic fitness. So they'll be doing some cardio and aerobics. Okay, so that is the typical sophomore schedule. And you can see there's no room for them to continue their elective in 10th grade. Their 6 classes are already taken up by all academics because we've added history in there this year. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. 0 periods are restricted to students who are in ASB, that's our student leadership, yearbook, AVID, early college, and that's a program they had to start in 9th grade, so we can't have any 10th graders adding into early college, and instrumental music, that's like our orchestra, symphonic band. And then students currently in choir, drama, which is like theater, fine arts, which is exploration of art, can submit a portfolio or audition with their teacher to qualify for a 0 period next year to get to fit in that elective. So those auditions and portfolio submissions will take place the first 2 weeks in March, and your student, if they want to have a 0 period and they're in choir, theater, or fine art, can work with their teachers to complete that. Okay, just a quick review. What are AP classes? AP classes are college level classes with a rigorous exam at the end where a student could potentially earn college credit for the class. I always tell students and parents, be sure to do your research because not all colleges give college credit for AP classes. Okay, the workload for an AP class outside of class workload is 1.5 to 2 hours per night. That's because it's treated like a college level class, so they'll have extra reading, writing, and research. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what our Beckman students are stressed about. So this year has definitely been a different year. So our students have different stressors than they did in the past with everything going on in the world. But the main stressors with students when we talk about course, like academics and school and course load, is overall workload and homework, lacking sleep, procrastination and time management, lack of downtime, family time, and playtime, and specific classes or a specific class. So 5 out of the top 7 stressors are directly related to course load or their schedule of classes. And we're going to talk about the schedule of classes today and how we want to minimize stress and overload and burnout. Okay, because we found that there's a direct correlation between lack of sleep and increased tendencies towards anxiety and depression. So if our students aren't sleeping, they're more likely to become anxious and depressed. We also found that students with 4 or more AP/honors courses report higher rates of health problems, which is not good. And so, and also 72.5% of our students who had 4 or more AP and honors classes reported feeling exhausted, stressed, burnt out, all of those things. So to protect our students, we have the AP honors limit in place to protect their well-being. So you can see in 10th grade, the maximum number of AP/honors classes a 10th grader can take is 3 to stay within those healthy limits. If they're wanting to go beyond that healthy limit, they can fill out the healthy limit waiver, and the max with the waiver is 4, so they cannot go beyond 4. Okay, so a link to the waiver, because there's a paper waiver, there is a video that the students and parents have to watch. To access all of this, you would go to the Beckman website, click on academics, scroll down to counseling, and the healthy limit waiver is listed here, and then it populates the video and the links to the waiver. So this is a student parent activity so that you understand that by going beyond the 3, which is the healthy limit, that your student is going to lack sleep and could be more stressed, depressed, and anxious. So we want to make it clear that it's more important to stay within that healthy limit. Okay, so we don't want students taking rigor in everything. And I think that's the whole point of this, is that find rigor in areas of interest. So if you know that your student is really into science or really into math or really into the humanities, that's where you're going to focus the rigor and take honors and AP classes in those subjects. Okay, we want students to have balance, time for their academics, time for extracurriculars, family time, play time, downtime, social time, and most important, sleep. We have those growing minds to take care of. Okay, so a common question I get from my freshmen are, should I take the high school level world history or should I take the AP college level world history class? Well, my first question is always, do you enjoy studying social studies and history? Is that something you're passionate about? Because remember what we said, we are going to focus rigor on areas that you're passionate about. So again, World History AP is a college level course, and it's actually one of our most challenging AP classes at Beckman because there's so much to cover in world history. I also ask the students to consider whether they are going to major in humanities. So if they tell me I want to go into engineering or science, we kind of talk about moving rigor into those areas and maybe not history. If your student is already in AP Human Geography and they're enjoying it, then the natural next step would be to take AP World History in the 10th grade. Okay. So once a student figures out what they want to take in 10th grade, and I'm going to be giving them a lesson on how to choose their 10th grade classes and how to enter them in Aries. This is part of my lesson that I'll be doing with them, is to put their high school 4-year plan into Aries. So they have to, after they meet with me and I give them the lesson on how to put their 4-year plan in Aries, they have to have that totally finalized in their planner by February 1st. Okay, after February 1st, their 4-year planner will still be in Aries, but their 10th grade classes from that planner are going to roll into a different program called Course Requests, and that's how we build the master schedule. So the 4-year plan, their classes for 10th grade need to be finalized in their 4-year plan by February 1st, but then they can go and then it's going to be locked, and then they can go into their Course Request tab and change their classes if they need to by February 10th. But February 10th is the last day for them to make their course selections for 10th grade. Okay, so here are just some more dates. So again, like I told you, I'll be doing a lesson with the 9th graders to teach them how to put a 4-year plan into Aries on January 27th. Then they have the deadline to update their 4-year planner by February 1st. Then January 10th is their deadline to change classes in the Course Request tab. And then February 11th through February 23rd, counselors will meet with freshmen individually to go through the classes that they chose for 10th grade in Aries and make sure they're correct and they're at the right level and answer any questions they might have. All right, tutoring resources and student parent resources. We have 2 virtual tutoring resources that are free that we've been using during this distance learning time. The first one is Cal State Fullerton Virtual Tutoring. So a student would just click on that link and a Cal State Fullerton student will tutor them. The next one is Paper.co. Students can get tutoring 24 hours, 7 days a week in all subjects. They also do essay reviews. So if your student has an essay to write, they can upload it and the Paper.co tutor will help edit and give them ideas and kind of guide them through the whole essay process. So Paper.co is an awesome resource. Wellness resources. So we have, through the counseling office, we do a bunch of workshops on wellness for academic and mental health strategies. So we have student workshops coming up. They're on Wednesdays from 11 to 12. The next one coming up will be Sleep and Technology on February 24th. We have test anxiety and strategies for that, developing a productive workspace, and the students will sign up using the QR link. Parent workshops, we just had one on substance abuse and mental health, but you can go to this QR code and we'll be having more. We just didn't have them listed yet, but there will be more during the school year. You want to make sure you're keeping track of your students' grades and graduation status. So in Aries, you can go to the Grades tab and scroll down to Graduation Status just to check how your student is doing with their credits. So it'll give you information on credits they've completed, credits they're enrolled in, and how many more they need to graduate. And it'll show you the subject, how many credits are required, and how many your student has completed. Okay, some more important dates. We have AP exam sales. So the deadline to sign up for an AP was in November. Check the Beckman Counseling webpage on February 1st if any spaces come up. It's $150 per test and you would register on total registration. Okay, the challenge process. The challenge process is when your student has not been recommended by their teacher or they don't meet a prerequisite for a course, but you still want your student to be in that course. So you would have to challenge for the course. So like let's say your student wanted geometry honors, but they didn't meet the prerequisite for that and their teacher did not recommend it them, but you still want them in geometry honors, you would fill out the challenge form and it's on our Beckman website under the counseling tab. And we are accepting challenges from May 10th to May 17th. So that's when that challenge window will open. So when can your student make changes to their schedule? So from, like I mentioned, from May 10th to the 17th, that's when challenges will be available and add drops. So if a student needs to change a class, It'll also be available the first week of school to do a challenge or an ad drop. August 12th through the 20th, that's the first week of school, ad drops will be available. August 23rd through September 10th, students will be able to make a level drop. That means if they sign up for an honors or AP and they want to drop down a level, they can do that during that time. And then students will be unable to drop or challenge after September 10th. Their schedule is pretty much set and locked. So summer school, the tentative dates are June 1st through July 2nd. The location is to be determined. We haven't heard yet where it's going to be or how it's going to be offered. So session 1 of summer school is students needing to remediate DNF grades from first semester. So each session is about 3 weeks long. And then session 2 is for students needing to remediate DNF grades from second semester. And again, we're not sure on the times exactly, but in the past it's been from 7:30 to 1:05. And session 1 is the first 3 weeks of summer school, and session 2 is the second 3 weeks. We will also be offering world history and geometry over the summer for advancement, and that's going to be online only through Pacific Coast High School. And we also don't have the dates for those right now, so just stay tuned. We'll be putting out those announcements when we have the dates. The advancement for these classes are only for certain students. So world history in the summer is for students who are in AVID, and also for students who are in a CTE, that stands for Career Technical Education Pathway. And our career technical education pathways include the applied medical, so if your student is in the human body systems class, engineering, visual imagery, that's for our photo design students, graphic design, and filmmaking, and that's for our dramatic production students who are on the filmmaking pathway. Remember, the students in dramatic production that are on the theater arts pathway have the option of submitting a portfolio or audition for the 0 period next year. Okay, the geometry over the summer is only for students with A's in Algebra 1 honors. So not the regular algebra, the honors class. And they have to have an A in their first semester Algebra 1 honors and an A at third quarter of Algebra 1 honors. And those are the students that will be invited to the geometry over the summer through Pacific Coast High School. So more information to follow on those dates and registration for those classes. All right, I get this question a lot too, like, what should I do with my time over the summer? Well, you can rest and relax, but if you're looking for something enriching, you can take an online course at a community college, and community college classes are free to high school students. So you would go to the community college website and look at the K-12 process. You can read a book in a topic of interest. Check out the Career Center for summer opportunities. Our Career Center specialist is Miss Rosas. So you can go to the BHS website and contact her through the Career Center. And you can also spend time taking virtual college tours. They've really beefed those up and made them really nice during this distancing time. So very cool to check out some virtual college tours. Okay, well that about wraps it up for the coffee. My coffee's still hot. What about yours? I would appreciate it if you would fill out my parent survey. I want to know how you liked this format, and did you like that you could access this at any time and didn't have to physically come to Beckman at 8:30 in the morning and maybe miss work? Or do you like that format of coming to Beckman? I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you thought about this presentation and what ideas you have so that I can make this presentation better. Again, don't forget to post your questions for me on our donut wall, and I'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. If you have more of a private question that maybe you don't want our community to see and it's specific to something personal, I am going to have office hours for additional questions that require live interaction with me on my WebEx. So this is like a Zoom, but it's through WebEx. So you can meet me there on Tuesday, January 19th. I'm going to be sitting in my WebEx taking one parent at a time. So you have to wait your turn, and I'll be there from 2:15 to 3:15. Or if you'd like to email me something more personal in nature, I've included my email address here. So I just want to be open to you on all platforms so that we can get these questions answered. So Padlet Wall, come see me in my WebEx room or send me an email. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. Everybody stay safe and healthy. Bye.